Hello, friends, and welcome. Today we'll read a story called Fletcher and the Falling Leaves, written by Julia Rawlinson and illustrated by Tiphanie Beeke. This is a story about a little fox named Fletcher. He loves his favorite tree very much, but something strange is happening to the leaves. Let's listen and find out what happens to Fletcher's tree. The world was changing. The air was cool and the wind was soft. The leaves on Fletcher's favorite tree were turning yellow and brown. Every day, more leaves fell to the ground. Fletcher looked at his tree and felt worried. Fletcher ran to his mom. "Mom," he said, "my tree is losing its leaves. I think it's sick." "Don't worry, Fletcher," she said gently. "It's not sick. It's just autumn." And they sat by the warm fire and drank tea together. But Fletcher still worried about his tree. Fletcher ran back to his favorite tree. "Don't worry, tree," he said. "It's only autumn. You'll be feeling better soon." The next day, Fletcher ran to his tree again. He smiled and said, "Are you feeling better today?" But more leaves had fallen. The tree looked bare and cold. Fletcher's smile had faded. "Oh no," he whispered. "You're not better at all." Fletcher wanted to help his tree. He picked up a leaf from the ground. "Don't worry, tree," he said. "I can fix you." He found a long piece of grass and tied the leaf to a tree. Fletcher smiled proudly. Suddenly, a big gust of wind blew through the forest. The wind ruffled his fur, and the leaf shook and pulled free. It twirled down and fell to the ground. Fletcher's ears drooped. Fletcher ran to pick up the leaf again. "Don't worry," he said. "I'll help you stay on." He tried to poke the leaf back onto a twig of the tree. "Now you hold tight," said Fletcher. "No more flying around." The next day, a strong wind blew through the forest. Many leaves danced in the air. "Don't worry, tree," said Fletcher. "I'll catch them all for you. I promise." Round and round, Fletcher ran, chasing the swirling leaves. A squirrel came by and stopped beside Fletcher. "Leaves," said the squirrel. "Wonderful! Just what I need for my nest." "But these belong to the tree," said Fletcher. "The tree doesn't need them anymore," said the squirrel, taking some leaves. "Help! Help!" cried Fletcher. "The wind and the squirrel are stealing our leaves." "Oh, leaves! Terrific! Just what I need to keep warm," said the porcupine. He rolled around in the soft leaves happily. "But these belong to the tree," said Fletcher, plucking the leaves from the porcupine's needles. "Not any more," said the porcupine. "Help! Help!" cried Fletcher. "The wind, the squirrel, and the porcupine are stealing our leaves." Suddenly, a flock of friendly birds swooped down from the sky. They picked up the leaves in their beaks and poked them onto the tree branches. Soon the tree was leafy again. "Thank you, birds," said Fletcher. As the birds fluttered away, Fletcher lay on the ground, looking up through the leaves at the sky. He felt happy. Soon he drifted off to sleep. The wind continued to blow. The branches danced. The leaves shivered and shook themselves. They wiggled free, tossed, turned, and tumbled to the ground. They brushed Fletcher's ears and nose. Their whispering sound filled his dreams as he slept. Fletcher woke up. He could not believe his eyes. All he could see were bare branches against the sky. "Oh, tree, I'm so sorry," he said. "All your leaves are gone." Then, on a high branch, he saw one tiny leaf holding on. "I won't let the wind steal this one," said Fletcher, and he began to climb the tree. He crawled along to the tiny leaf and held it firmly on the branch. All day long the wind blew, and Fletcher held tight. "I'll stay with you, leaf. Don't worry." But then with the whoosh of the wind, the little leaf snapped off the tree, and it fluttered and twirled gently to the ground. Fletcher looked sadly at the leaf he was supposed to save. He carried it back to his den. He made a cozy little bed for it, and with the soft leaves and grass, but all he could think about was his tree out there, all alone. When Fletcher awoke at dawn, the wind had finally stopped blowing. The air had turned cold. The moon hung in the clear sky. As he came to his favorite tree, he saw a magical sight. The tree was hung with 1,000 icicles, shining silver in the early light. "You're more beautiful than ever," said Fletcher. "But are you okay?" A tiny breeze shivered the branches, making a sound like laughter. In the light of the rising sun, the sparkling branches nodded. Fletcher smiled and gave his tree a big hug and went back to his den for a nice, warm breakfast. The end. Great listening, everyone. Fletcher learned that even when things change, they can still be beautiful. Thank you for reading with me today. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories in English. See you next time. Bye.